Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Ancient Magus Bride, chapter 58. So last chapter, it was all about relationships. And, especially, like, the roles that, oh my god, that Chisei and Elias and Alice and Rifford are playing. And, oh boy, Alice is trying to change her role. Oh, she is! But poor Alice got rejected to be like a child, and that was not cool. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. We are at peace. The lands of man expand without limit. The world is too safe for monsters to be lurking in the shadows. Our time will never come. I heard you let word of Webster's ordeal slip to Chisei, Jasmine. Ooh, shit. Busted. And this chapter is titled Better Bend Than Break, Part 3. Lan, it just slipped out, that's all. I was letting her know a little bit about how our world works, and I ended up mentioning it. That's also a problem. You know about our 7 great houses and the power they wield for good or for ill. You should always be careful to exercise discretion with your words and deeds. I didn't ask for a lecture, okay? The 7 shields? You know as well as I do that we're divided into houses that have a future and those who don't. Scrimgeour and Nightingale, Forsyth and Hohenheim, the ones who produce valuable goods to fulfill constant demands. And then there's us, relics of the past in a time that doesn't need us anymore. Why are we still around? Self-depreciation doesn't suit you. The noblest blood runs through the veins of House St. George. You've protected man from the beasts of the wild since time immemorial. There are no more poison spewing worms around, Leon. No Grendels hiding in their caves to terrorize men come nightfall. Even the vampires and werewolves have been absorbed into the great wave of humanity now. House Scrimgeour was tasked with protecting wizards from people and other wizards, but we're different. Unless a dragon decided to rampage in the countryside one day, we're obsolete. Don't lump our fates together with yours. You're right. The blood of Scrimgeour does flow in my veins, but I can't live as one of them anymore. You see, I've already decided my own path. What are you, stupid? People like us can't deny our lineage. There's no way you don't know that wizard. So about Webster. Don't think you can change the subject to whatever you want. Things don't work like that. I'm just returning to the original topic. If you really don't have any ulterior motives, I'm asking you to refrain from bringing it up. And why should I? It's dangerous. Why? Why? I mean, it's not pretty, but stuff like that happens all the time. You know that, because you might paint a target on your back. What? You know it's not uncommon for a whole house to meet at their ends at once. We have guardians to protect us from exactly such situations. Webster was just unlucky. Besides, we're in the college about as safe as you can be. Unless you're telling me that someone who had a hand in that whole business is in here right now. I don't know that much, but what I do know is, as long as one person is still alive, it might not be as over as you think. Not be over? What the hell? Betty thinks he looks wise and mysterious walking off like that. Were you listening, Violet? Us becoming obsolete? That just, obsolete just means that the world of man is at peace. You realize that too, don't you? Where is it? Shit. Hey, how about we find a master of our own and run away from here? What? Remember Professor Ainsworth saying we might have potential as Magi? Yeah, but... Yes, I know. We are the honorable scions of St. George. There's no way we could possibly leave our posts. Still, no harm in scouting out a potential plan B as long as we're just looking, right? How are the two of you adjusting to life at the college? Considering you're a Magus and Zoe's never been to a school before. Oh, well, okay, I guess I'm still not that great around lots of people. That way, dummy. Other than that, it's fine. Father taught me the basics, so it's not so bad. And some of the classes are pretty interesting. Natural history, English, Latin, arithmetic, world history, history of medicine, French, magical history, chemistry, astronomy, German, cooking, runes, etc., etc. Though it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you're right about that one. Japanese schools only have 6 periods at most, so having 7 classes in one day is a bit tiring. Oh, she fell. We got a lot of different kinds of physical ed here too. Like, morning solution. Are you okay, Lucy? We got a lot of different kinds of physical ed here too. Like today, I I prefer study over exercise. Not a fan of either, to be honest. I like it. Clears my mind. They said they want you to be able to move when you need to, but I didn't think they'd increase PE classes because of that. She looks like she hates it. Bouldering, huh? I think the professor's just a fan of it. At least most of the PE classes are after lunch. Alright, next up, if you fell down, make sure you're not hurt. Okay, here goes nothing. Come to think of it, I thought you were just auditing. I have a magical core, so I can use magic like humans can. Most of my kind don't have them. Magical core? What's that? I see. It's different for everyone, but most of the time it takes most of the time it takes the form of an internal organ like your heart or intestines. Magical energy is generated there and pumped throughout the rest of your body. Again, they're mostly fused with your other organs, so most normals wouldn't notice if they dissected you. Dissected? Off I go. Be careful. Magic is mostly passed down through genetics, but some people with two non-magical parents are still born with cores. A lot of them find themselves adopted by magical households. There's few enough of us as it is. Don't Maggie, of course, as well? Maybe a Slavega would have one. I don't know. Well, based on what we know from Chisei's backstory, both her parents were magical in a sense, so she's gotta have a core somewhere. I guess Maki do use the magical energy in the atmosphere a lot, using regions? Well, you know how things like gems or stones, bones and trinkets and stuff that have gone through human hands, you know that they hold magical energy, right? I'm still learning. Wow, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Maybe I just haven't gotten to that part yet. We use staffs. Staffs? You carve it yourself. Okay, look up and, well, I did read that making your own tools is better. Hey, if you're done rusting up, then hurry up and give it another go. Wow, all the way from the top. Amazing. Thank you. You seem to be making friends. Maybe. Well, you're not too great at talking with people. This seems like your big chance to make a friend to gossip with. Is that an order? Aw, worried? You always come over to watch her when you're between classes. You noticed? I don't have much power, but my sight works just fine. She looks at them in a way she never looks at me. And you don't like it? I don't, but I don't know why I don't, and I still can't look away. I think I know what you mean. He's older than me, but maybe I shouldn't treat him that way. You understand? I think I do. It brings back some unwelcome memories, but some good ones too. I know it doesn't make sense to feel that way, but it happens all the time. I see that expression a lot these days. What are you thinking of when you look like that? Well, it's kind of hard to pin down. Live long enough and it gets hard to pin down any one thing. I didn't know we cared about anyone besides Chisei. I think about home mostly. It was a place called Dresden. It was a little village in Germany, very beautiful. My parents were doctors, but I had no talent for the family trade when my father scolded me. Oh my God. But I had no talent for the family trade. When my father scolded me for my grades, I'd always run away to watch the sunset over the Elbe. There was a linden tree there I loved. I used to play hide and seek with my little sister. I frolicked with my first girlfriend there. It was also where she taught me. When I nicked my first cigarettes, it was there. I cautiously lit them. Oh my gosh. I left long before the Second War. I met Lindell and maybe oh my God, Marty's holy shit. I met Lindell in May of 1940. After the war, I went back. All I found were ruins. Everything I remember was already buried in dust and rubble. The little bakery on the corner, the tailor shops where I used to buy coats, the kindly old lady who somehow always baked too many cookies and had to share them with me, the house where my little sister and her husband lived, even that linden tree. I only remembered everything I'd lost after it was too late. Personally, I find those judgments hard to make. What makes a memory good or bad, I don't know. I just remember them, or I don't. There are many things I can't recall. You can't tell if a memory is good or bad just by looking at it by itself. Everything is related to everything else intertwined with context. Really? For starters, why not think of every memory that doesn't hurt to recall as a good one? It's that simple? It often is. Adolf. You've heard my story from Lindell. Is that why you're taking such care to teach me these things? I'm sure that old man was more than willing to tell you about me. You seem to be afraid of me, so I'm sure you wouldn't have approached me without something like that. I don't think it would be a good idea to try and fool a Magus. Well, you're right. Lindell did tell me a lot about you. Oh, shit. But it's not like you're the only thing I've ever been afraid of. And Lindell's stories aren't the cause for it anyway. Huh? You've never had cause to fear anyone, so you might not understand, but for the rest of us, there's a lot to be scared of in this wide world. I only recently learned what it was like to fear, actually. What about you? What makes you afraid? The freedom to not say anything, that must be what this is. It's slow going, but the world is changing. Things that were inconceivable a century ago are a matter of course now. He's here? For instance, a being like you can be with a human child. You should stay curious and ask what you want to whomever you want. You'll receive a lot of different answers. She's my teacher, so I'm not so inclined to ask anyone else, but I suppose I'll think about it. I don't sense any hostility. I suppose I'll let it be. Ooh, something was there. Something was there. You know, I thought it was strange how he hadn't aged a day since I first laid eyes on him. Makes sense now, considering he's been in cahoots with Maggie. Forgot to hand over the papers I had for him. Did you know? Of course we did. He's been sharing treats with us for a long time. He's always been such a nice boy. Could use a touch of confidence, though. In fact, you could stand to share some of yours with him. Now, there's a thought. See, the thing about self-esteem is that... Leaving without even saying hello? Where are your manners? Sorry, bye. I was just out for a walk and took a wrong turn. Tristan, you're all grown up now, so do us both a favor and act like it. We're not home and we're not in the colonies either. I've got no compulsion to listen to what you have to say. He was such a nice boy, too. Oh my gosh. It says here SST. It looks like TTFFFU. So it's like they're saying shut the fuck up and they're asleep. It's funny. I realize you like meddling, but leave some time for sleep too, dearie. Uh-oh. Whoa, what's that message? Ooh, we have to wait till next month. Anyway, this chapter was very, very interesting. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys thought. And I'm still leaning towards a civil war coming. A house civil war is coming. A war between the houses has got to be coming soon. It's got to be happening. Either that or because something sneaky is going on in in the college. So there's either going to be a war in the college, like a civil war within the, or actually we still got we got a bunch of civil wars coming. But very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing, I'm going to help keep this channel alive, so I can keep bringing you more Ancient Magus Bride content. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All it's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.